The weigh-ins wrapped up for Oleksandr Usyk versus Tyson Fury, and the big talking point coming out of the weigh-ins is that Oleksandr Usyk was announced to be 233 pounds, which is more than 10 pounds heavier than he has been for his recent fights. He was 221 pounds against Daniel Dubois, and against Anthony Joshua the second time, where there was talk from the media, who in my opinion just over-exaggerated, that he was going to be bulking up, and he weighed around 222 pounds. So, has Usyk suddenly put on 10 more pounds? Well, here is a side-by-side comparison of him at the Fury weigh-ins to him for the weigh-ins at the first Anthony Joshua fight, where he was announced as 221 pounds. Does he look 12 pounds heavier? No, he doesn't. So, this is, in my opinion, one of two things. First of all, Usyk certainly has put some weight on, in my opinion, maybe 3 pounds at the most, because his body isn't as defined as it was against Joshua. So that is, in my opinion, just down to age. He's in his late 30s now, so his body isn't going to be as defined as it was when he was in his mid-30s. So him being a little more soft doesn't shock me. I don't know what happened with the announcement. Either Oleksandr Usyk was stuffing weights into his jeans, or maybe Michael Buffer just didn't get the number correct. I don't know, but again, given the amount of time it took for the people looking at the scales to settle on a weight, again, just weird to me. Because again, we're doing a side-by-side comparison. Usyk does not look 12 pounds heavier. Now, Tyson Fury, on the other hand, he weighed in very light, 262 pounds. So this is certainly a different dynamic than I expected when this fight was first talked about. Tyson Fury has been weighing around 270 pounds, actually in the high 270s since he has been with Sugar Hill Stewart longer. Oleksandr Usyk, again, he's been around the early 220s for all of his heavyweight fights. So when I talked about this fight, I saw it as Usyk overcoming a 50-pound weight difference, which is insane. Here, again, if the announcement is correct, which I don't believe it is, he would be overcoming only 30 pounds, which is small compared to, again, 220s to 270s. But I think Usyk is probably going to be around 224-ish. But again, that's just nitpicking. We don't know exactly what he is. Tyson Fury was certainly louder than he was at the press conference, where, again, I talked about him being quiet and looking scared. He was typical Tyson Fury, playing to the crowd, posing, being loud. He was just his normal self. But given that he was so quiet at the press conference, and again, it wasn't just his facial demeanor, he was fidgety, he was picking his hat at times, he was looking all over the place, he was very anxious. I don't believe this mood swing has come from him suddenly being confident. I think Tyson Fury is trying to pump himself with confidence. I think he's trying to get himself up for a fight where he's facing a guy who doesn't play into his mind games, who doesn't give him the opportunities to stamp his psychological authority over him, because again, Oleksandr Usyk is just a very, very difficult guy to read. You cannot get into this guy's head. So yeah, the weigh-ins were somewhat interesting. This hasn't changed my pick on the fight whatsoever. I just see Tyson Fury as, again, like I said in my prediction video, trying to close the distance, Usyk moving, giving Fury different angles. As Fury does come in, Usyk is going to be prepared for the clinches, and he's going to be looking to punch Tyson Fury as he's trying to clinch. And Tyson Fury, he's going to, do everything he can to lean on Usyk, tie him up, wrap him up, clinch him, put a vice grip on him, all kinds of stuff. And Usyk's ability to win the fight is going to come down to whether or not he is going to be able to punch repeatedly as Tyson Fury tries to clinch him. But at long range, I've said it before, Oleksandr Usyk is going to mess Tyson Fury up big time. And in terms of whether Tyson Fury has lost too much weight, etc., well, everybody else has done videos on that, so I'm not really focused on making a big deal of that. But I can talk about this after the fight, because we'll see how Tyson Fury looks. But, there were people saying that he looked weak against Otto Wallen because he lost too much weight in a short amount of time. Well, maybe the same thing has happened here, but even if he came in heavier, he would be slower, so he would be easier for Usyk to hit him. And I've talked before about no matter what weight Tyson Fury would come in at, he has never hurt, let alone knocked out, but forget that, he's never remotely hurt a mover from the outside. I know he hurt Steve Cunningham in a clinch, but that was after he elbowed him in the face. His long-range boxing doesn't look good against guys who move. I've been saying that from the start. So, yeah, my feelings haven't changed too much at the weigh-ins. We knew Fury was going to be lighter than he has been before, and Usyk, well, we knew he would be similar to what he normally is, and I still think he's similar to what he normally is. But yeah, how much weight has he put on, and what led to there being such a discrepancy from what he really is to what they announced him as? Very strange. Like the video and subscribe to the channel for more, and drop your thoughts down below. As always, catch you later.